Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Brad and I'm someone who's used oxygen therapy to help recover from Lyme and autoimmunity. Today I want to talk about something I get asked all the time. What is the best EWOT protocol for beginners? If you just got your system or you're thinking about investing in one, what's the safest, simplest, most effective way to get started? And maybe even more important, how do you make sure you're getting actual results and not just breathing through a mask and hoping for the best? Let's break it down. When I first started using EWOT, like a lot of people, I thought I had to go full throttle. Crank that machine, push hard, sweat more, and heal faster, right? But here's what I learned. EWOT doesn't work like a regular exercise workout. You're not just building muscle. You're retraining your mitochondria. You're delivering oxygen to parts of your body that have probably been starved for years. That takes strategy, not just effort. So whether you're an athlete, a biohacker, or someone dealing with chronic fatigue, here's a protocol I recommend to almost everyone starting out. It's simple, flexible, and powerful. So let's get into it. Part 1, frequency. Start with 3 sessions per week. 3 times per week gives your body time to adapt and recover. And it's enough to start seeing meaningful changes. We're talking about better energy, clearer thinking, deeper sleep, and reduced inflammation. Some people go daily, and that's great once you've built a base. But when you're starting out, consistency is more important than intensity. It's kind of like watering a plant. Too much all at once just floods it. But if regular, steady hydration, that's where growth happens. And that's what we want. So part 2, let's talk about duration. Start with 15 minutes per session. Not 30 minutes, not 60 minutes, just 15 minutes. That's enough to saturate your tissues with high purity oxygen and trigger the physiological responses we're after. Things like improved oxygen uptake, increased mitochondrial activity, and better energy production. If you're brand new to exercise or been dealing with an illness, you can even start with less time and build up. But most people, 15 minutes is a perfect beginner sweet spot. Okay, part 3, intensity. Keep it moderate. You don't need to go all out. You're not chasing a personal record. You're stimulating cellular change. That means getting up your heart rate just enough to breathe a little heavier, maybe sweat a little bit, but still feel in control. If you're walking, walk briskly. If you're biking, keep a steady pace. If you're on a treadmill or an elliptical, stay at a pace where you can still say a sentence out loud. And of course, listen to your body. If you ever feel lightheaded or overstimulated, pause the session, hydrate, and rest. This isn't about pushing through pain, it's about healing. So let's recap it so far. 3 sessions per week, 15 minutes each session, moderate intensity. It's simple, sustainable, and effective. Now let's talk about why this protocol works, because this is where the science gets really cool. First, you're restoring oxygen at the cellular level. When you pair movement with high flow 93% oxygen, your body becomes a lot more efficient at absorbing it. You're literally supercharging your blood, delivering oxygen deep into your tissues. Second, you're rebuilding your mitochondrial health. Now, mitochondria are the little power plants in the cells. They're the ones hit hardest by chronic stress, inflammation, and even aging. When you feed them oxygen, they respond. They grow, repair, and start producing more energy. Third, you're gently detoxing. A lot of people don't realize this, but oxygen therapy helps move the toxins out of the tissue, especially when it's combined with movement. That's one of the reasons why people often feel lighter, clearer, and even sleepy after a session. It's a systematic reset. But this also requires some rest days early on as your cells clear out the backlog of toxins and your elimination organs need time to get them out of the body. And finally, This protocol is something you can actually stick to. It's not overwhelming. You don't need to carve out an hour. You don't need to be in peak shape. You just need 15 minutes a few times a week and the commitment to show up for your health. One of the things that makes home-based EWOT so powerful is that it's a protocol that you can do consistently over time. And consistency over time is the real unlock for the power of oxygen to radically improve your health. Now let's talk about a few beginner mistakes because I've made them all and I want you to avoid them. Mistake number 1, going too hard, too fast. A lot of people assume more is better. This guy did. They max out their sessions every day and then they crash. You're better off going slow and letting your body adapt. Mistake number 2, using low flow oxygen. If you're not getting a full 93% oxygen with every single breath, you're leaving results on the table. Lower oxygen levels just don't have the same therapeutic effect, especially when it comes to improving mitochondrial function and driving cellular repair. That's why we don't breathe directly from the concentrator. Instead, we use a high flow reservoir system that ensures every inhale delivers pure, undiluted 93% oxygen. No mixing with room air, no drop in performance. So make sure your system is dialed in. Check your concentrator, your reservoir, and your mask to make sure you're getting all the oxygen you need. Mistake number 3, being inconsistent. One session here, one session there, skipping a week. That won't move the needle. Like anything, healing is about momentum. Stick with it. You don't have to be perfect, just consistent. If you miss a week when you go out of town, don't stress it. Pick it back up the next week and keep moving forward. On the road to better health, we prize progress over perfection. Lastly, as you get more used to EWOT and you have detoxed all the built up toxins and your stamina improves, you can increase your intensity to 70% to 80% of your theoretical max heart rate. So you calculate that by taking the number 220 and subtracting your age, and then multiplying that number by either 70% or 80%, and that's your target heart rate. You can also increase your frequency to 5 times per week, but we do always recommend at least 1 day a week to let your muscles rest and recover from the exercise. Now I want to share a few quick examples of what this protocol has done for real people. There's a mom we helped who had fibromyalgia and hadn't exercised in years. She started with this exact plan, 15 minutes, 3 times a week. Within 3 weeks, her brain fog had lifted and she was walking further than she had in years. A 75-year-old ex-athlete with chronic joint pain, same protocol. After a few weeks, he said his recovery felt like it did in his 30s. And for me, when I was recovering from Lyme and autoimmunity, this was the exact structure I used to rebuild my energy and detox without overwhelming my system. It's simple, it's proven, and it works. So if you're just getting started with EWOT, or you've had a system sitting in your house and you're not sure how to use it, this is your roadmap. 15 minutes, 3 times a week, moderate intensity, always using 93% oxygen. Now stick with that for 4 to 6 weeks and take notice. You will feel the difference. If you want more detail, I pulled together a full beginner's guide called the Oxygen Advantage Protocol. It's completely free and it walks you through step-by-step how to use EWOT to restore your energy, how to reduce inflammation, and feel like yourself again. You can grab it in the description below. Thanks for being here. If this video helped you, hit the like button, subscribe, and let me know in the comments what your EWOT journey has been like so far. I read and respond to everyone. Take care, and we'll see you in the next one.